And welcome to my computer. Here we go. This is the weekly portfolio recap. It's where we go over the numbers every Friday so we can see the improvement week over week, whether we go up, down, flat, whatever the case may be. I'm going to be showing you screenshots of my portfolios. I will say that this is not the video that I'm going to talk about my asset allocation. I'll be doing that later on other videos to come. But if you have questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get right to it. We will be talking about these three things: the retirement accounts. We'll be going into detail there, my opportunity funds, and then my current debt load. And then obviously we will be discussing the total holdings of my current account. That includes, everything that I have, my total net worth, I guess you could say. So let's go ahead and hop into number one. Number one is retirement accounts. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, so I have two retirement accounts. The first one is my employer-sponsored Roth 401k. Yes, it is a Roth 401k. That means I've paid the taxes on this money already, and it grows tax-free. I currently have $57,000 in there, give or take just a few bucks. Today the market went down significantly, and that does not reflect that number. So I am assuming that this will be down next week. My other one is my Roth IRA. That's with Vanguard. I have $7,800 in there. This is also where I have a little bit of speculation money, which I can talk about some other time. I'm just going over the totals here. So combined total of my retirement accounts as of January 31st is $64,864. That's paid for. It's tax, no taxes whatsoever. That's $64,800 cash. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Which might sound like a lot or might sound like a very little. I have friends that have, definitely over $500,000. So we're starting at the ground zero, but that's the whole point of me documenting this and going through all these videos is to see my progress over time and share it with other people. Okay, so that is my retirement accounts. Now it's time to go into my opportunity fund. My opportunity fund, this is a little weird how it's set up because I have a lot of funds that have not settled yet. So I have a trading account and I just put that money into my checking account. So in my checking account, it shows that I have $28,528. However, this is weird because one, I just bought gold and silver. Okay, so my gold and silver in my opportunity fund, I bought 4 ounces of gold, 500 ounces of silver. That balance of my checking has not reflected this price yet. So that's one thing. The next thing is I've also paid my mortgage. That hasn't reflected here. I paid some other debt down, which we'll go into. That has not reflected here. So there's a lot of funds that are still settling. So I kind of roughly estimated what my opportunity fund is. And that was at $22,859. Once that all settles, we'll get a better, rounder picture of where I am at financially. And then as the weeks go by, we could see the weekly change, whether it goes up, down, sideways. Just consider this like my first episode, my first week of just getting down the totals. Now, if you don't know what an opportunity fund is, I'm going to put in the link below in the description of my episode. On the thumbnail it says Rosie, where I talk about 5 things that 18 to 35-year-olds should be saving for, and I'll also link it up right over here up at the top of the screen, so just go ahead and click that. And if you want to know more about opportunity fund and speculation funds, that's the video to watch. All right, the next is my debt. The debt. Okay, so I have a credit card debt of $12,622. This is actually a margin account that I used to get over a 25K level in my trading account. It was at $16,000 previous to this, and now I'm floating around $1,266. Like I said, I just made payments to this, so it's not reflecting that in my checking account, and it's not reflecting it here, but we're going to see that get destroyed down as time goes by. It was at $16,000 probably about 3 months ago, and now it's all the way down to $12,600. So the interest rate on this debt is I believe it's going to be less than 3% at the rate that I'm paying it down. It was, I believe, 5.5% for 2 years, and this is going to be paid down in less than a year. It's going to be at least 3%. I felt that it was well worth taking that out. That's, I mean, better interest rate than my house, which is next. My mortgage, me and my wife's mortgage, I should say. Current principal balance is $1,315. It does not reflect my most recent payment. We usually typically pay about $100 to $200 extra to it. I'm debating whether we should keep doing that or not. I know it's going to reduce the amount of the length of my 30-year loan, but it's so cheap, the debt is, and I feel like we can make it up on a spread somewhere else if I were just to add more into a retirement account. But I'm still working through those bugs. The property value that we ran it for was $400,000. Now, apparently, I mean, it's technically worth a little bit more than that. But as far as when I do my total calculation and the equity, I'm going to add the equity into it, but I'm just going to keep it as $400,000 unless there's a market crash and it goes significantly down from that level. I don't plan on selling this house. Okay. I plan on eventually renting it. That's what me and my wife want to do. We want to just keep it long term, maybe upgrade eventually, but we still want to be able to keep this property. So my equity is going to be based off of not the floating amount. I'm just going to keep it at the $400,000 level to make it simpler, to be honest, for me. Okay, and yes, the total. This is what we're looking for as the total. Basically how I calculated this was I calculated my total of retirement account plus my opportunity fund minus the credit card debt, and then also added my equity into it. I don't include the mortgage debt because we plan on, that's a long-term thing anyway. So the total with all those accounts added up is $159,577 as far as net worth goes. This is going to be the base calculation as far as we move forward. So going forward, as my net worth increases, decreases, goes flat, I'm going to be adding a weekly change into this so we can see whether I'm making progress, whether I'm not making progress. I can graph it out, etc., etc. But yes, there you have it. If you guys haven't done so already, you can follow me on Instagram. This is where I'm going to show actually just a quick screenshot of the weekly recap. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently, where you don't need to watch the entire video. But if you like seeing all the screenshots and everything, then come and watch it here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. With that said, hasta la la, vista la la.